Hey, it's Maddie.
And it's Caressa.
You're not watching the Disney Channel right now.
You're listening to
Dreadfully Twisted.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. I didn't know what to say for a second.
That's why I just went hello, because I was just like, I was going to say hi. We are back.
Back again.
I have had no paranormal activity this week, and I'm kind of sad.
Oh.
'Cause for a while there was a streak of things happening
Yeah.
on Saturday nights, and I was hoping something would happen because yesterday was my dad's birthday.
Mhm.
So I was like, when we were at the cemetery, I told my dad, I was like, come see me at my house tonight, and then he didn't, and I was like, okay, well, he just like, that's sad, but it's fine.
He might have been there. He just didn't.
Well, I think it's also too because like we also had the kitchen light on, so
Yeah.
I probably didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And then we didn't go to bed till like 1, and the paranormal activity normally happens between like 12 and like 2,
Mm-hmm.
so it probably would have happened before we
Yeah.
went to bed. But I was just like, I want paranormal stuff to happen.
I
Like
know.
seriously, need all the hauntings of my house to happen, please.
Bring the spirit box out.
I don't know. Maybe. Kind of scary though. Kind of scary. I don't think there's any like news that I wanted to talk about. The only thing that happened was, did you hear about the Trump rally yesterday?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't really talk about politics like ever,
I
but like
know.
that's crazy
It
that
was
like that
crazy.
happened, and it's also sad because somebody did pass away.
I know, that was so sad. I think it was
So,
a dad.
Yeah, so my thoughts are to that family and the families that have got hurt. It's very sad. But that's just insane because I didn't even know he was having a rally yesterday.
Mhm.
And then I was at my sister's house swimming, and then Kira was like, oh my god, because Lloyd called her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess 2 of her friends were there. Like 2 of
Yeah.
Lloyd and Kira's friends were there. And then Lloyd called her. She was like, oh my god, what? And we're just like, what's going on? Because like, what is she
Mhm.
talking about? She got off the phone. She was like, oh my god. She was like, my 2 friends, like their 2 friends were at the rally and they were running for their lives when it happened. And I was like, oh my, I can't even imagine like how scary that would be.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And then I was just like, oh my god, like crazy.
Would be
The world's
really
crazy.
terrifying. I know.
I'm like scared to go anywhere anymore.
I know, me too.
It's like, am I gonna die today?
I know.
But
The world is scary.
yeah, I wish so too. And then like, there's just like some cases that like I hear about, and I'm like, that actually happened.
I know.
Like, have you ever heard about the toy box killer?
Yeah.
That one was like, oh my god, because I knew about that one, but I
Mhm.
saw a video on Friday about it. Like, it was like a recording of him saying things to like the women that he would capture,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is like real, and I was just like, this seems like a legit movie.
I
Right
know,
now.
literally.
Just like, I might cover that one. I don't know though, because it might be too heavy, but we'll
The
see.
whole Alice and Botha thing just seemed like a whole horror movie.
Yeah.
That was like unreal.
Even the one that I just did
So
last
crazy.
week, the
Yeah.
like Bodum
Yep.
murders, that seemed like a movie.
I know.
It's just crazy. The world is crazy.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
People are crazy.
Just be a good person is
Yeah.
all we say. All we can say.
Yes. So this week, oh man.
Oh no.
Okay, so I just want to say trigger warning. Can't talk. Talking is hard.
Talking is very hard.
So please excuse. But brief talk of animal cruelty more specifically, rat cruelty.
Okay.
And rat only. So just so you know. Because I know some people are like, oh, it's just a rat, so we're fine. But like,
but then there's me. I'm like, it's still an animal. It's gonna kill me.
I know. Same.
Oh, because they're so cute. I think they're cute, but that's just me.
It's like the making of a psychopath, so you just know there's animal cruelty involved.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah.
You're good.
There was something that I forgot to put in there that I'm just gonna add in somewhere. So okay, so. This case is known as two things. The Crossbow Cannibal.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also known as the Bradford murders.
Okay.
So, yeah. It was either one.
You know, whenever it's known as two different things, and it's a really intense case.
More than likely, you would probably know them as the Crossbow Cannibal.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I know this one.
I think I've told you about them because I wanted to cover that case, and I've like said that I wanted to cover. I think that's okay. Okay, so this case takes place in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So get ready.
I'm not gonna even try because I'll butcher trying to speak.
I watch too much Love Island.
Oh.
In Dewsbury, Yorkshire, Stephen Sean Griffiths was born on December 24th, 1969. Sorry, the kitty's trying to get the turtle. Girlie, that's not yours.
She's like, I don't want to chew on that.
Like, it looks like one of my toys.
She's like, you took it away.
Like, oh no. What happened? Okay, I'll just take a bath. Okay. He was the child of frozen food salesman Stephen Griffiths, same name,
okay,
and telephonist Moira DeWorst, who was secretly a con artist who would later be convicted of fraud.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah. I didn't dive into that. I kind of wanted to, but I had totally forgot about it. But yeah.
That's okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're already off to crazy. Okay. The couple divorced when Stephen was 13, leaving him and his siblings to stay with their mother, despite her criminal record. Stephen had a strange and disturbing habit of watching his mother have sex with multiple men in their garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's not concerning at all.
That's so wrong.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized by that.
What is wrong with you? Clearly something.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what is later.
Oh God.
I forgot to add what he was diagnosed with, but it's one I've never heard of, but it's crazy.
Oh God, okay.
As a teenager, Stephen would shoplift. On one occasion, let me restart that. As a teenager, Stephen would shoplift. On one occasion, he slashed a clerk's face with a knife when he attempted to stop him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This attack resulted in him being arrested and sentenced to 3 years in youth custody. He was only 17.
Wow.
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Steven. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Why is it always a Steven?
I know. What is wrong with the Stevens?
You got Steve right
here. No, not Steve. We don't want to cover you on the podcast. Please don't do nothing.
She has a little, what is it, a seagull?
Yeah.
Seagull squishmallow that she named Steve.
Yes.
And he's been sitting here for the last few podcast episodes. So now he's part of the podcast.
Yeah, he's our third member. Everyone say hi to Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Steve says hi.
Hopefully he doesn't kill us.
Yeah. Yeah. We love you. Suck up to him.
Now back to the story.
Yeah.
Or the case. Not the story, the case. Yeah. I mean, it is still a story. It's the person's story, like life story, but still.
Story of the case.
Yeah. Case of the story.
Yeah. During his time in prison, he lost contact with his family and told probation officers and psychiatrists that he fantasized about being a serial killer.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's definitely what you want to think about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, no.
A year after his first arrest, he was released and began to live in a flat located near Manningham, enrolling in psychology at Bradford College. Is he going to turn his life around?
Hopefully. But I'm going to guess no.
Yeah. If not, I probably wouldn't have been doing this case.
Yeah, probably not. Just a big oof.
Yeah. In 1989, Stephen was sentenced to 100 hours of community service after an air pistol was found in his possession. He had previously used the pistol to shoot birds, which he would then dissect.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like birds. Why would you do
Me
that?
too. I forgot to add bird.
That's okay. Why would you want to do that? Like,
I know.
honestly, I get grossed out, like, with blood and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get, like, queasy. So how can you shoot a bird and then dissect it?
I know. He would do the same thing with rats also, by the way. That's why I said rats, and I forgot to add birds, but he did the same thing with rats. So, yeah.
I can't even fathom that.
I
right
know.
now.
The next year, he is arrested again and sentenced to 2 years in prison for holding a knife to a young girl's throat.
What?
Yeah.
He needs help.
What a person.
He's just like Carl.
Yeah. Sometime after his release, Stephen began collecting many books about serial killers in order to study them in a more efficient manner. Stephen mainly focused on Jack the Ripper, the Moors murders, the acid bath murderer, and his personal favorite, because everyone should have one, the Yorkshire Ripper, which is in his area.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I get, like, because, like, I want to know, like, I get books and stuff about serial killers, and I want to know more about them.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But, like, I don't necessarily have a favorite.
Yeah.
I know some people do, and,
It's
like, that is somewhat normal,
Yeah.
but, like, with him, he's deranged
Yeah.
already, so, like, it's not a good sign.
And you should not be like, oh my god, I love them.
Yeah. Like, you just be like, okay, like, favorite be like, okay, the most interesting, or the
Yeah.
most, like,
Craziest case.
yeah,
Like,
not
yeah.
like, oh, I love this person.
Yeah.
Because you don't like them at all.
Yeah.
It's just the most, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So it can go both ways. It could be, like, normal, and then it could not be normal. But with him, it's not normal.
Yeah, definitely not. That also made me look into the acid bath murderer because I had never heard of that. That one was crazy.
I think I've heard of that one, but I don't know much about it.
It was crazy.
Really? What's wrong with you, Stephen?
In 1998, Stephen began dating a woman for 2 years, but the relationship ended when he invited her to his flat and she found every single surface covered in plastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That kind of reminds me of, have you ever watched the show Dexter?
Oh, yeah! I was literally just thinking
I've been
that.
rewatching that. I'm on season 3 now.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just started, like, last week or the week before. And, like, I started watching it. And
Yep.
then Jeremy started watching it with me. And then he was like, wait, I didn't see the first, like, season. He was like, what
Mhm.
happened here? Like, why is he like this? And
Yeah.
I had to tell him. Like, he watched some of the first season. But, like, I was watching it mainly without him.
Yeah.
And then, like, now, like, I will wait for him to, like, be available so we can watch it together.
Oh.
But that's what it reminded me of, because, like, Dexter will lay out plastic to kill the people,
Yep.
and that's exactly what it reminded me of. But, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where the show got that from.
But
It just makes me wonder.
I know.
Sorry, just a thought that I had.
That was funny because I was literally thinking the same thing.
Really?
Like Dexter. Like as soon as I
Have you ever watched Dexter?
Oh yeah. I love
Okay.
that show. That was good.
Yeah. I'm just, like, rewatching it right now, and I'm like, I don't remember anything that happened, because the last time I watched it was, like, probably, like, whenever I was 10.
Yeah, really?
Honestly.
We just watched it again last year, I think.
Yeah.
Love that show. Okay. Anyways.
Anyways, back to the
Yeah.
case. Like, quick, I love when cats do that too. She's kneading the little bed. It's so cute. Making
you.
biscuits. She's working hard.
What kind would you like?
Texas Roll House biscuits.
Okay.
I said Texas Roll House. I meant
Texas Roll.
Texas Roadhouse, because I was thinking about their rolls.
That's what it should be called. It's the best thing there.
Okay, back to the, sorry.
Texas Roll House. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. You wanna go to Texas Roll House?
Just like how Kira, but really quick story. Kira calls Panera bread Pantera bread. So when I'm at work and I'm talking about Panera bread, I say Pantera bread, and I'm like, And they just look at me and I'm like, it's a long story. And then Kira just like referred to it as Pantera bread. And I'm just like,
that's so funny. I would never stop calling it that either.
It's just so hard because she says it all the time. So I picked it up from her and it's just so funny. So now we're gonna add Texas Rollhouse to that.
Texas Rollhouse.
Okay. Now that we got off completely on a different story, here go back into it.
Lighten up the mood a little bit. Later, Stephen dated another woman, but she broke up with him because of his abusive nature.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
This resulted in Stephen stalking and harassing her for years, despite knowing that she would be the mother of his child that was lost in a miscarriage.
Ooh. It's also like, I'm proud of her for being able to leave him because a lot of abusive relationships, they like can't leave them. So I'm glad that she left him, but I'm also like sad that he was stalking her and stuff for years to come.
I know.
Why do that? Just move on.
Just to add fuel to the fire.
Great.
In 2001, Stephen began to drink heavily and take drugs.
Yeah, because that's definitely what he needed.
Yep. Exactly.
Because that's definitely going to fix you.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this. I'm sorry. This made me laugh. He also bought 2 lizards and frequently took them for walks on dog leashes.
But that's kind of cute, though.
It is.
That makes me sad, because the lizards could have had a better home with a better person.
That is true. Yeah.
If they were taken care of, then I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah. One of his neighbors, Rachel Farrington, was invited to his flat and saw Stephen feeding live rats to his lizards.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to do that.
In 2003, Stephen earned a bachelor's degree in psychology and enrolled at the University of Bradford for a PhD a year later. Being unemployed, Stephen spent the majority of his time on the internet downloading violent pornography.
Great.
Yeah. He also quoted criminals on his MySpace account. Account. Talking is hard.
Talking is very hard.
Account. Wrong with you?
Don't do that.
Yeah. Stephen would occasionally quote fictional killers such as Francis Dollarhide, a necrophilic serial killer and family annihilator, from Thomas Harris' novel Red Dragon.
I've never heard of it.
Me either, but that is literally insane.
But that's a fictional character.
Yeah.
It's not even a real life thing.
But that's a little concerning that you're quoting things from a necrophilic family annihilator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little concerning.
He needs help.
Yeah. Stephen's MySpace account username was Ven Pariah, a figure from demonology. So, after all this, he decided to take all his, fantasies and make them into reality.
Of course.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have kept it a fantasy.
Yeah. So he decided to start killing prostitutes in the Bradford area as a way to honor Peter Sutcliffe, who had killed some of his victims in that same location.
I know who Peter Sutcliffe is. I know about that one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He's like, oh, I want to do what he did.
Isn't that the Yorkshire Ripper? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. That was his favorite. That's why.
Oh, yeah, that's why I knew.
So he wanted to be just like him. That's not normal.
No. It's not normal at all.
Not at all. With people. On June 22nd, 2009, Stephen took a prostitute named Susan. I'm so sorry. Talking is so hard. My brain is just dead. Okay. The end of the week, my brain is dead. Stephen took a prostitute named Susan Rushworth to his flat and killed her before dismembering her in his bathtub. Yeah. He shot her with the crossbow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Stephen's next 2 victims were killed in the next year in the same brutal way. Suzanne Blaemeyers, his 3rd and final victim, attempted to escape but was finally shot was fatally shot with one of his crossbows and then stabbed in the head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
After killing his victims, Stephen would dismember them in his bathtub and cook parts of their bodies for him to consume.
Oh, God, no. No. Don't do that.
Introducing the cannibal part of the Crossbow cannibal.
Yeah.
Sometimes eating them raw.
Oh, ew.
What
I
is
can't
wrong
even
with
imagine.
you?
Like, one, that's gross, just eating human beings.
Yeah.
And then two, eating flesh or meat or whatever raw is
Ugh,
nasty.
That makes me want to throw up just thinking about it.
All of this is just so wrong.
I know. Afterward, Stephen would place parts he didn't consume in plastic bags and dump them into a nearby lake. A CCTV camera, which
that
had...
also reminds me of Dexter.
Yeah.
He drops them in the ocean.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look up where they got the idea of Dexter from, to be honest. But anyway, I'm sorry. On CCTV footage, you said?
A CCTV camera, which had been installed in the hallway for the sole purpose of monitoring Stephen, captured the murder of Suzanne and resulted in his arrest.
Good.
Yeah. Unfazed, Stephen raised his middle finger defiantly towards the camera as he passed before returning to his apartment. And that's a picture that is literally one of the most popular of him. It's literally a picture of him flipping the camera off with his crossbow. Like
I don't know if you know this or not, but why was the camera put there for him? Because they like suspected him.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay, they suspected him of things, and
they caught him.
Irony in that.
Yeah. Later, his apartment complex caretaker was horrified to witness the brutal scene while reviewing the weekend's footage and quickly alerted the authorities. In court, Stephen introduced himself as the Crossbow Cannibal, an alias that would later serve as his official serial killer nickname. He pleaded guilty to all 3 murders and is currently serving life in prison. He has, quick trigger warning, suicide. So yeah, if you want to just skip like 5 seconds, it's very fast. He also has attempted suicide several times while incarcerated, but to no avail. For a time, Stephen became a suspect in the unsolved case of Rebecca Hall, a 19-year-old that was killed and dumped in an alleyway in 2001, but no definitive proof was found, and Stephen wasn't talking. So that was...
Of course.
Yeah. On December 21st, 2010, he pleaded guilty to and was convicted of the murders of Susan Rushworth, Shelley Armitage, and Suzanne Lamiers. Stephen Griffiths was sentenced to life in prison, where he remains to this day with no possibility of parole. But for the families of his victims, it was little to heal the suffering he caused. Suzanne Blamier's mother, Nikki Blamier, said, quote, "I wake up and think about my bright, articulate, and much-loved daughter every day, and I am serving a life sentence as a result of what this man has done." End quote.
That's so sad.
No.
I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry to that mom.
I know. That's like crazy because like you could literally tell like he's just getting like more and more like he's just like a literal serial killer in the making.
Yeah.
Like,
so you said he was diagnosed with something you never heard of. What was that?
He was diagnosed as a schizoid psychopath.
That's a thing.
Mm-hmm. That's what he was diagnosed with. I never knew that was a thing either until I read this. I was like, what?
I mean, that makes sense, but like,
Yeah.
I don't want to dive into that more.
I know. Schizoid psychopathy based on the concept. That don't help.
It's based on the concept.
I don't know. It's basically just a mix of
schizophrenia,
yeah.
Schizophrenia, psychopath stuff.
Schizoid personality disorder is a condition where a person shows very little, if any, interest and ability to form relationships.
Oh, interesting.
With other people. It's very hard for the person to express a full range of emotions. Schizoid personality disorder is less common and other personality disorders, but it's much more common than schizophrenia.
Really? That's
The
interesting.
cause is not known. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. What is wrong with you, Steven?
Yeah. Why?
Anyways.
Wow.
That was a heavy one.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything paranormal in a while. Maybe I'll switch it up next time for my next
Yeah,
one.
because I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do my next one on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet, though. I'm deciding between two, and they're not paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do paranormal, you can. Because, yeah, I think we might need it.
Yeah.
After the heavy ones that we've done so far.
Yeah.
They've been pretty heavy. But, yeah. I guess that's what the listeners are here for, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's what happens in true crime.
Yeah. But it's nice to break it up sometimes with some paranormal. I'm just also sad that nothing paranormal has happened in my house.
I know.
Boosty, show yourself in my house, please. Please.
Talk to them.
Oh, no, I'm too scared to do that by myself. I would need to have somebody else with me to be able to do that. Because, I don't know.
Jeremy would be like, nope.
Yeah. Whenever I showed him the gate video, he was like, it just fell because it wasn't stable. I'm like, no, it fell because it there's something there.
Yeah.
There has to be something there. He
was
was like,
you explain the pizza box being smacked off the thing then?
Yeah, and he just, I don't know. It's funny though. But yeah, so I guess to transition this out, if you have any cases that you want us to cover, please email us at dreadfullytwistedpodcast@gmail.com or comment on our social medias for that. And if you have any of your stories you would like to share, whether it's paranormal or true crime, you can send that to our email as well, dreadfullytwistedpodcast@gmail.com, or you can send it to our Reddit page or /dreadfullytwistedpod. If you if you want to see pictures and stuff on our social medias, or if you want to comment on our social medias or follow our social medias, they are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Dreadfully Twisted Podcast. And we can listen on Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora Radio, iHeartRadio, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, and YouTube. And they are all Dreadfully Twisted on there. And if you, with Spotify, if you download and rate us, that would really help our podcast out, helps us stay relevant, helps us get in the charts, and helps us get more attraction.
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars. So if you could do that on our Spotify, yeah.
Share with your friends.
Share with your friends and family. Share with anybody you know that might like true crime or paranormal. It really helps us. And yeah, follow our social medias too, because that does help us as well. And then if you rate us on Spotify, and also we also have a thing on Spotify where you can interact with each episode. So if you interact with there's a poll or something and ask you what you thought about the episode, if you could just fill those out as well, it also helps us stay relevant, and people will see oh, what's this podcast about, and there'll be people talking about it, and then it'll help us get out there. So yeah, please and thank you.
Yes.
And stay positive.
Be a good person.
Look out for your friends.
Don't be like these people that we cover on this podcast.
Don't be like Steven.
Yeah. Do not.
And don't be like Carl either.
Yeah, no.
And just be a good person.
Yes.
Because kindness takes nothing, doesn't cost anything. So just be kind to everybody and try to make the world a better place. And we will see you next week.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.